Hello guys, if you are a first time viewer, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. In either case, thanks so much for being here. Today, let's talk about the Yule Goat. When it comes to the holiday season, there are several well-known traditions, at least here in the UK, that are followed to the letter so as to not upset the festive gods looking down upon us. But of course, there are also several traditions that take place around the world that you may not be aware of. For example, have you heard of the Yule Goat of Sweden? Known in Sweden as the Julebock, which roughly translates to Yule or Christmas buck, this symbol of good tidings and Christmas cheer comes in the shape, as the name may suggest, of a goat, with the people of Sweden believing it to be an invisible spirit that would turn up around Christmas time to check on the festive preparations for the holiday season. And of course, with all forms of tradition, there's often a murky, somewhat unclear backstory. One theory about the Yule Goat's origins comes from ancient pagan festivals, with folklore claiming that the goat is connected to Thor, the god of thunder, who rode through the sky on a chariot being pulled by two goats, whose names in modern English translate to teeth bearer and teeth grinder. I'm not even going to try and attempt to pronounce their Old Norse names because I just can't, so I'll write them here. Okay? Cool. And so, of course, this image of Thor being pulled through the sky by two goats is not a million miles away from the image we have of Santa Claus being pulled on his sled by a herd of reindeer. A second theory about the origins of the Yule Goat is that it comes from the harvest traditions of Indo-Europeans, who believed that the harvest gods looked like goats. This led to them believing that the last sheaf of grain that they bundled, which would loosely resemble goats themselves, contained the spirit of the harvest and would therefore be saved for the festive period, which eventually led to Julebock being born. And of course, as is often the case, the legend of the Yule Goat brought traditions of its own. For example, in the 1600s, there was a tradition that is still practiced in some areas of Scandinavia today, known as Julebucking or Julebocken. Originally, this would involve young men wearing goat skins, hooded cloaks and horns, and they would essentially terrorize villages, demanding food and drink and basically causing havoc as they scared children and the local communities, which was clearly an almost identical custom to Halloween. One popular trick or prank that the young men dressed as the Yule Goat would play would be to make straw Yule box, which they would then leave on the doorsteps of unsuspecting victims for them to find and have to dispose of in some way. Crazy stuff. Oh, mad. However, this soon led to cries from Christian worshippers who would claim that the Yule Goat was in fact a demon. Not much of a surprise given the connection between the devil and goats. I think it's the horns. Therefore, the Yule Goat and the Yule bucking tradition were given a makeover. Yule Goat outfits became brightly coloured and friendly, and those wearing them would travel village to village, handing out gifts and drinks and merriment along the way as they spread Christmas cheer. Over time, the Yule Goat became a symbol of gift giving and is often seen in place of, or at least alongside, Father Christmas, and has become a very popular Christmas decoration made of straw and red ribbon that is said to bring households fertility and good luck for the coming year. Quite the turnaround for something that was once thought to be a demon. Yule Goat decorations can be seen just about everywhere in Sweden at Christmas time, and they vary in size from anything from small decorations to be placed on trees or nestled amongst presents to mid-sized straw ornaments that are placed on doorsteps. But the largest Yule Goat can be found in the town of Gavel, where, since 1966, they erect a giant straw structure in the same spot in a place called Castle Square every year. This giant Yule Goat stands 42.6 metres high, is 23 metres wide and weighs in at 3.6 tonnes, making it, according to the Guinness Book of Records, the largest straw structure ever created. The building of this massive straw structure, known as the Gavel Goat, is then live streamed from the first day of Advent until after the New Year, when the structure is, of course, taken down. That is providing it survives the festive period. because for as many years as the Gavel Goat has existed, people have been trying to destroy it in an illegal and dangerous tradition all of its own. While some of the Gavel Goats have managed to survive the Christmas period, most of them end up destroyed. Some by vandalism, one was even hit by a car, but the vast majority meet their demise by the way of arson, despite several security and protective measures having been put in place over the years. Whilst logically setting fire to a structure made of straw is the quickest and simplest way of destroying it, it could be said that those responsible for burning down the Gavel Goat are in fact doing the world a service by sending the once demon-associated goat back to the fires of hell from which it came. Merry Christmas, everyone! Christmas.